So how do you heal from family dysfunction, a dysfunctional childhood, past trauma? How do you really get over it? Well, number one, obviously nobody just gets over it. So let's even throw that away. But how can you live a life where you're not getting triggered so much, where it doesn't feel like your past is so much in your present? And a lot of clients come to my office and they want to talk about and rehash their past over and over. They want to talk about something bad that happened and really get to the nitty gritty of why and how and who and what. And while that's very helpful on some level, because there's often gaslighting in your past or minimization of your, even from yourself or from your story, all kinds of things. What we know from the research is that talking about a traumatic event or a dysfunctional childhood or anything that's negative really over and over is actually bad for you. It makes it worse. It makes the trauma, the dysfunction, the negative memories worse. It holds them longer, all kinds of bad things. So obviously there's a place for talking about our past and getting clear about it. And I do that with my clients, of course. But then to heal, it's really about what you're doing now. You don't heal the past in the past. You heal it in the present, where you are. And you often can't talk to maybe a perpetrator, or maybe someone's died who hurt you, or you're just not in a position to really reconcile what happened and get quote unquote closure, which I think is BS anyway. And instead, you need to look at what you're doing. And here's what you do. You focus on your boundaries now. What are you doing now to hold your boundaries? And when you make a boundary, when you say to someone, hey, if you keep talking to me that way, I'm going to need to leave the room. And then you leave the room if they keep doing it. That's how you start to feel a sense of agency, a sense of empowerment in your present. Because although maybe you couldn't protect yourself way back when or whenever your past problem was or issue was, you can now. And when you start to feel that we call it self-efficacy, that feeling that we can do something, your self-esteem goes up, your feelings of empowerment go up, your confidence, everything gets better. So you heal your past in your present. You do it now by everything you're doing today. So stop looking in the past quite so much. Yes, find a place to talk about things and get clear on what happened or didn't happen, and again, get through any gaslighting or anything else. That's great. But then you need to start doing the work now, and you do it by holding your boundaries now. In the relationships you have in your life now, you say what you need. You say what's going to happen if the person doesn't, respect this boundary you're laying down, and then you follow through if they don't respect it. I've said in other videos, it's not someone else's job to hold your boundary, it's yours. It's nice when they do it, but they often don't. It is your job to respect and hold your boundary and to follow through on what you said you would do if someone keeps doing something that tramples it. That's how you heal from the past in the present.